It's comforting to believe that most people are naturally good. But the reality is some individuals exhibit behaviors that make us question that idea. Often these actions aren't obvious. They're small hints of questionable character, actions that reveal a lack of empathy or even signs of manipulation. You may have encountered someone who always seems ready to step on others just to get ahead, showing no regard for the feelings or well-being of those around them. It's unsettling, right? The tricky part is these behaviors aren't always glaringly obvious. Sometimes they're wrapped in microaggressions or disguised as subtle gestures, so subtle that you might not immediately sense the malice behind them. In fact, some people are incredibly skilled at masking these traits, presenting a polished exterior that makes it difficult to see what's really going on beneath the surface. This is why it's crucial to recognize the warning signs, because knowing what to look for can prevent you from getting tangled in the toxic influence of those who don't have your best interests at heart. Today, we'll explore 7 signs that you might be dealing with a person of questionable character. Each sign is important and offers valuable lessons, but the last one, in my opinion, is the most impactful of all. Stick around until the end to make sure you're prepared to spot and avoid these behaviors. First sign, they enjoy the misfortune of others. One of the clearest signs of a genuinely harmful person is that they seem to derive satisfaction from the misfortunes of others. This enjoyment isn't always obvious. They might not laugh out loud or openly celebrate someone's hardship. Instead, it often comes across in subtle ways: a barely noticeable smirk when someone shares a personal struggle, or a casual yet insensitive comment that cuts deeper than it appears on the surface. They might mask this behavior under the guise of humor or just being honest. But if you pay attention, you'll notice that when others face difficulties, they're quick to show their true colors. While a person with empathy will respond with compassion, someone with a darker agenda often sees it as an opportunity for amusement. Imagine this: a coworker struggles with a presentation at work. While most people might offer words of encouragement or constructive feedback, the person we're talking about here might say something like, "Well, that was embarrassing," or "Guess that wasn't your best work, huh?" Even if they're smiling, there's a tinge of malice, a subtle hint that they're enjoying watching someone else stumble. Comments like these might seem harmless or even playful at first, but they reveal a deeper lack of empathy. It's not that they're indifferent to others' discomfort, they actually seem to get a kick out of it. In social settings, these individuals often gravitate toward gossip and negative stories, especially if it involves others' failures or humiliations. They're usually the first to spread news about someone's setback, framing it in a way that shows little empathy, if any. This isn't just cold-hearted behavior. It's a signal of their character. While most people uplift and support each other, they'd rather watch others fall, as if it somehow elevates them. If you begin to notice this pattern in someone, take it as a major red flag. It's not just a quirk, but a strong indicator of a darker, toxic personality. Second sign, they constantly manipulate people. Another major red flag of a toxic or harmful person is their tendency to manipulate others. These individuals are skilled at bending situations to their advantage, using people as tools to get what they want, often without the other person even realizing it. Manipulation can take many forms, from guilt-tripping and playing the victim to using charm and flattery. They might present themselves as caring or supportive, but it's all part of a strategy to control the people around them and keep them off balance. For instance, imagine someone who regularly makes you feel guilty for setting boundaries or standing up for yourself. They might say things like, "I thought you cared about me," or "After everything I've done for you, this is how you repay me?" These comments are designed to make you question your own actions and feel obligated to please them. They'll twist the situation to make it seem like you're the one being unreasonable, even when they're the one crossing the line. This kind of manipulation isn't always obvious, but it creates a sense of confusion and self-doubt in those who are targeted. Another example is when they twist facts to suit their narrative. If they're called out for something hurtful they've done, they might reframe the story to make themselves look like the victim. They'll say things like, "You misunderstood me," or "That's not what I meant at all, you're being too sensitive." By distorting the truth, they keep you questioning your own perspective and undermine your sense of reality. This manipulation not only erodes trust but also creates a cycle of dependency, as you find yourself constantly seeking their approval and validation. If you start noticing these patterns in someone, it's a clear sign of toxic behavior. and a reminder to protect your own boundaries and well-being. Third sign, they never take responsibility. A hallmark of a toxic or harmful person is their inability to accept responsibility for their actions. No matter the situation, they'll go to great lengths to avoid owning up to their mistakes or wrongdoings. Instead, they'll shift the blame onto others, make excuses, or even rewrite events to paint themselves in a better light. They might claim they were misunderstood, accuse others of overreacting, or twist the facts to make it seem like they were the victim all along. This constant deflection shows that they lack accountability, a crucial trait in any healthy relationship or interaction. For example, imagine working on a group project where something goes wrong. Instead of acknowledging their part in the error, they're quick to point fingers at everyone else. They might say things like, "If you'd done your part right, this wouldn't have happened," or "I told you what we needed to do, but no one listened." Their goal is to dodge any sense of responsibility and keep the focus on others, protecting their own image at all costs. This behavior isn't just frustrating, it reveals a deeper unwillingness to reflect on themselves or grow from their mistakes. These individuals also tend to have a pattern of never apologizing genuinely. If they do apologize, it's often half-hearted or accompanied by excuses that shift the blame away from them. They'll say things like, "I'm sorry if you felt that way," rather than acknowledging any real fault. This type of apology is just another tactic to avoid true accountability. In the long run, their refusal to take responsibility creates a cycle of distrust and resentment, as those around them begin to realize they're never going to own up to their part in any problem. If you start noticing these traits in someone, it's a strong indication that they're unwilling to change, and dealing with them may mean repeatedly facing the same frustrating patterns. Fourth sign, they use others as tools for personal gain. A telltale sign of a truly harmful person is their habit of viewing others as mere tools to be used for their own benefit. To them, relationships are transactional. There's no genuine connection or mutual respect. Instead, they only see people in terms of what they can provide, whether it's material resources, status, or even just validation. They aren't interested in reciprocating or offering support in return. Their focus is solely on what they can gain from the interaction. For example, consider someone who only reaches out when they need something from you. They'll be friendly and attentive while you're helping them, but the moment they get what they want, they vanish until the next time they need a favor. There's no real effort to maintain a relationship or offer help in return. This behavior reveals a lack of respect and genuine care. They're not connecting with you as a person, but simply seeing you as a means to an end. In social settings, these people might also take advantage of others to boost their own image. They might associate with you when it makes them look good or gives them access to certain opportunities, but they'll quickly distance themselves if they no longer benefit from the connection. This isn't just about being selfish. It's about a calculated approach to relationships where they're constantly weighing what they can extract from others. Recognizing this behavior is crucial because it allows you to protect yourself from being used. Healthy relationships are built on mutual respect and support, not exploitation. If someone in your life only shows up when they need something and disappears once they get it, take it as a warning sign. It's a clear indicator of toxic, self-centered behavior. Fifth sign, they are masters of deception. One of the most unsettling traits of a harmful person is their skill in deception. These individuals are often incredibly adept at lying, whether by outright falsehoods, half-truths, or even omissions. They're masters at creating a false image of themselves, carefully hiding their true intentions and manipulating reality to suit their needs. With them, it's almost impossible to know what's genuine and what's part of a carefully crafted facade. For example, they may present themselves as trustworthy and caring to gain your confidence. They might shower you with compliments, offer support, and appear to be the perfect friend or partner. But beneath this charming exterior, they're often plotting ways to exploit your trust. They may be spreading rumors behind your back or using the personal information you shared with them to manipulate you. Over time, their true colors emerge, and you start noticing inconsistencies in their stories or behavior, revealing the cracks in their well-crafted image. Another common tactic is to tell lies so convincingly that you start questioning your own perception of events. If you confront them about something they've done, they may insist, "I never said that," or "You're remembering it wrong," even when you know the truth. This type of deception is known as gaslighting, and it's designed to make you doubt your own reality, making it easier for them to maintain control. These individuals are relentless in their pursuit of keeping up appearances, often leaving those around them confused, mistrusting their own judgment, and unsure of what's real. If you encounter someone who seems too good to be true, only to later realize that their stories don't add up or their words don't match their actions, take it as a serious warning sign. Their ability to deceive is a strong indicator that they're not operating with integrity, and being around them could lead to a lot of emotional and psychological harm. Protect yourself by trusting your instincts, questioning their narrative, and distancing yourself when you notice their true nature starting to slip through the cracks. Sixth sign: they enjoy spreading negativity. A toxic person often thrives on spreading negativity, creating an atmosphere of tension and distrust wherever they go. These individuals seem to take pleasure in stirring up drama, spreading rumors, or planting seeds of doubt between people. Instead of uplifting others, they gravitate towards gossip and divisive comments, fueling conflicts and enjoying the chaos that follows. Their goal isn't just to vent or share their opinions, it's to create a negative environment that allows them to feel powerful and in control. For example, they might share hurtful rumors about a mutual friend or coworker, pretending to be concerned or just being honest. They may casually say things like, "Have you heard what so-and-so did? I just don't know if we can trust them anymore." Comments like this aren't just gossip. They're designed to make you question the integrity of others and pull you into their web of negativity. By sowing discord, they position themselves as a source of information, drawing others in and keeping them focused on the drama they create. These individuals also tend to dismiss positive news or accomplishments, often responding with cynicism or subtle put-downs. If you share good news, they might say, "Well, don't get too excited. Things like that don't last." Or, "That's nice, but it doesn't mean much in the long run." Their words are meant to dampen your joy and pull you back into their negative mindset. They feel threatened by others' happiness or success, so they work to bring the focus back to negativity, ensuring the attention remains on themselves or the problems they're highlighting. If you start noticing that someone consistently brings down the mood, spreads gossip, or responds to positivity with negativity, it's a clear sign that they're not interested in healthy, uplifting relationships. Instead, they're driven by the need to control the atmosphere around them and feed off the tension they create. To protect yourself, recognize this pattern for what it is: a manipulative tactic to keep others emotionally off balance. Staying mindful of their influence and setting boundaries can help you avoid getting caught up in their cycle of negativity. Seventh sign: they show no genuine remorse or empathy. Perhaps the most telling sign of a truly harmful person is their complete lack of genuine remorse or empathy. These individuals are often incapable of putting themselves in others' shoes, which makes it easy for them to hurt people without feeling any real guilt. When confronted about their actions, they may dismiss the hurt they've caused, rationalize their behavior, or even shift the blame onto the victim. Any apology they give is usually superficial, lacking sincerity, and often laced with excuses or justifications. For instance, if they say or do something hurtful, they might respond with a statement like, "I'm sorry you feel that way," rather than acknowledging what they did wrong. This type of response isn't a real apology. It's a way of dodging responsibility while making it seem as if they're empathetic. They may also trivialize your feelings, saying things like, "You're overreacting," or "It wasn't that big of a deal," minimizing the impact of their actions on you. This inability to express genuine remorse reveals their unwillingness to take others' emotions seriously, highlighting their lack of empathy. These individuals are also known for mocking others' vulnerabilities, or even using them against them. If they know you're sensitive about something, they might bring it up in a way that seems innocent, but is intended to hit where it hurts. They have no problem exploiting others' emotions to gain control, or simply for their own amusement. Over time, this lack of empathy becomes draining, as you realize that you can't rely on them for support or understanding in difficult times. Instead, you'll find yourself questioning why they never seem to care about the pain they cause, and the answer is simple: they just don't. If you recognize this pattern in someone, consider it a serious red flag. Healthy relationships are built on mutual respect, empathy, and the willingness to take responsibility for one's actions. When these qualities are absent, it creates a toxic environment where your feelings are consistently dismissed and your well-being is neglected. By identifying this lack of genuine remorse and empathy, you can better protect yourself from further emotional harm and distance yourself from people who lack the capacity for compassion. So, there you have it. The 7 warning signs that you may be dealing with an evil or toxic person. These behaviors, from taking pleasure in others' misfortunes to constantly manipulating people, reveal a pattern of deep-seated negativity and selfishness. It's important to recognize these signs early on, so you can protect yourself from the emotional harm that comes from being around individuals like this. Remember, relationships should be built on mutual respect, empathy, and honesty. If someone in your life shows even a few of these behaviors, it might be time to reassess that relationship and set boundaries for your own well-being. You deserve to be surrounded by people who genuinely care for you, not those who seek to manipulate, deceive, or bring you down. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and share it with anyone who might benefit from learning these signs. Together, we can create a healthier, more supportive community by recognizing and avoiding toxic people. Stay mindful, trust your instincts, and always prioritize your own mental and emotional health. Thank you for watching, and take care.